Can you believe it? Two ordinary people, without using any cheating tools or colluding with insiders, won millions of dollars in major casinos in the United States with just a small system vulnerability. This incident caused a sensation throughout Las Vegas and even led to legal proceedings. What's even more interesting is that the police initially arrested the two individuals as hackers, but in the end, the court's verdict left all the casinos speechless. Today, we will fully discuss this legendary story that happened in reality. So the story begins in 2009. In a casino in Las Vegas, there was a man named John Kane who stood in front of a slot machine and easily won the jackpot with just a few clicks. But unlike other gamblers, he was not excited at all after winning the prize. Instead, he remained calm and repeated the previous operation over and over again. This lasted for more than 3 years, and he came to the casino on time every day, easily turning hundreds of dollars into thousands of dollars. Paper couldn't contain the fire. So one day, the security guard at the casino surrounded him and took him away on the spot. Coincidentally, John also had a partner named Andre, who was far away in Pennsylvania. He often won money by playing the same game and was finally captured by the casino. After the case was transferred, the judge initially classified it as a hacking crime. But the police were confused after searching. No hacking devices were found on the two individuals, and no traces of collusion with casino insiders were found. That's the question. How did they manage to win the slot machine steadily? What kind of reversal happened in court? Let's continue with the story. Actually, John is not a seasoned veteran. He is just an ordinary player who often comes to the casino to play slot machines. One late night, he accidentally discovered an abnormal phenomenon. The prize amount displayed on the slot machine screen was clearly incorrect, and the size of the bet did not match the final payout at all. At first, he thought he was blinded. But the next day, the same problem reappeared. John immediately realized that this was not luck at all. It was a problem with the machine itself. He remained silent and quietly returned home. He also had a slot machine at home. And for a long time, he kept testing various button sequences, game modes, betting amounts, and tried all possible combinations. But strangely, no matter how you operate at home, you can't replicate the abnormal situation in the casino. It is obvious that he alone cannot understand the underlying principles. So John found his old friend Andre, who knew more about programming electronic devices than him. The next day, Andre arrived at the casino, and the two of them crouched by the slot machine in the corner, recording data one by one. Every bet, game switch, double reward, and bonus change, they all remembered it clearly. After some research, Andre finally found the root cause. It was a program vulnerability left over from the casino's code update many years ago. Let me briefly explain the principle of this vulnerability. First, win a small bonus, then switch to another game, trigger the doubling function, and then switch back to the original game to increase the bet amount. At this point, the calculation logic of the slot machine will be incorrect, and the bonus will be recalculated based on the increased bet, which is equivalent to doubling the original small bonus several times. They call this operation the golden process. There is no need to tamper with the machine or install any software throughout the process. Just follow the machine's built-in buttons in order. At the beginning, the two of them also knew how to keep a low profile and didn't dare to be too ostentatious. We fit 2,000 here and 3,000 there, never play on the same machine and never win large bonuses all the time, just to avoid arousing suspicion from the casino. On the casino side, they simply thought they were just lucky and didn't take it to heart. After tasting the sweetness, the two of them began to expand their scope. Las Vegas, California, New Jersey, casinos with slot machines across the United States have left their presence behind. In just a few months, the two of them teamed up to win millions of dollars. But money also gradually gave rise to conflicts. John felt that he was the first to discover the loophole and should take the lead. Andre, on the other hand, believed that he had cracked the code logic himself and the credit was shared equally. Unable to reach an agreement on ideas, the two eventually had a falling out and chose to act a separate act. After separating, they still used the same method to win money in casinos in different states, but the risk also increased accordingly. Not long after, an accident came. John was extremely lucky that day, winning the jackpot 5 times in a row on the same machine in just 1 hour. This unusual operation immediately alerted the casino. The security quickly surrounded, and the slot machine was sealed with a warning seal. John's cash of over $107,000 was also confiscated on the spot. The Nevada Gaming Commission and the Federal Bureau of Investigation are both involved in the investigation. On the other hand, Andre from Pennsylvania also had an accident. He won nearly $5,000 on one machine alone, and his behavior was too abnormal, which was reported by casino employees. A professional team of engineers began to inspect the code of the slot machine line by line, and eventually the truth was revealed. This program vulnerability existed as early as 2002. And for 7 years, thousands of players were unable to discover it. It is not a virus or human tampering. It is just a simple code error. This incorrect calculation method, which the vast majority of players would not accidentally trigger, was discovered by John by chance and thoroughly understood by Andre. In January 2011, the casino officially sued 2 individuals citing the U.S. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which was originally intended to crack down on cyber hackers and criminals. The prosecutor accused them of being digital thieves who intentionally manipulated computer systems to steal casino funds. The casino also provided complete monitoring and transaction records. The winning pattern of the 2 individuals completely did not match the normal probability, and the cumulative amount involved was as high as millions of dollars. At that time, everyone thought that the case was a foregone conclusion and that both of them would definitely receive heavy sentences. But at the critical moment of the court's verdict, the plot underwent a shocking reversal. John's lawyer presented a defense in court. My client did not use any cheating tools, did not invade the system, and did not engage in any illegal operations. He only pressed the buttons allowed by the slot machine itself from start to finish. It's a real problem lies in the casino's own equipment and programs. The casino certainly disagrees, arguing that the 2 deliberately exploited loopholes that the public was unaware of for profit, which constitutes unfair gain. Unfortunately, there were no similar precedents worldwide before this. Both of them did not damage a hardware or implant software and were within the normal range of use of the machine throughout the entire process. The final judge made a ruling. The actions of the 2 individuals did not constitute hacking, nor did they constitute illegal access to computer systems. All charges are withdrawn and the lawsuit is directly invalidated. This result has caused great embarrassment to major casinos, and no casino has publicly responded to this matter afterwards. After all, admitting that their own devices have low-level vulnerabilities is definitely a huge blow to them. If 2 ordinary people easily defeated slot machines in major casinos with an unknown program vulnerability. At this point in the story, I believe everyone has their own opinions. Do you think these 2 people are cheating? Or should the casino itself be responsible for its own program vulnerabilities? Welcome to leave your opinions in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's talk more about real stories in the next issue.